Hi, I'm Brad with Big Family Homestead, and today I've got a quick review of the Green Heat Cordwood alternative. So let's get to it. All right, so my family is relatively new to having a nice wood stove in our home. We moved to a place that had one, so we're on that mission of trying to find out the perfect balance of expense versus warming your house, the BTUs, finding that right balance. And so we've found this Green Heat product that claims to be, let's see, it says right here, 100% hardwood, no adhesives, 25% lighter, and more BTUs than regular old hardwood chunks that have been dried out. And so I wanted to just see, you know, is this hype that they tell you it's so awesome? Is that really the case? Is it really as good as regular old nice dried out hardwood, or is that marketing? So I wanted to do this experiment for myself to find out, is this really worth the money? How does it stack up against cordwood? No pun intended. Yeah. And so what I did was I put together this simple test. I was gonna go with the Green Heat, same weight as my cordwood. I was gonna get my wood stove at the same amount of ash, same amount of oxygen, and tried to keep the temperature at the same intervals as when we started it, and then I monitored what was happening through the burn and how long. So this is what we did, and check it out, and then I'll give you my opinion. All right, so here is the wood burning stove in which we're gonna be doing our little experiment. And the goal, as you can see, that is a rip-roaring fire. I'm just trying to get a nice bed of coals going, and I'm gonna slow it down. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that each of the two test subjects, the cordwood and the green alternative wood, are at the same temperature, same amount of coals-ish as best I can do when they start their test. So here we go. So as you can see, I've put the green wood in there, the cordwood alternative, and it's going. The temperature is right at 275, 280, and we're gonna see how long it goes. We're gonna monitor temperature, and well, there you have it. All right, so we're about 20 minutes in. I've adjusted the flue to try and keep the temperature right where we started, and we're only a few degrees cooler, so that's 20 minutes in with the Green Heat logs. Here we go. Okay, short update. This is still the green logs. We are 40 minutes in. Everything's ignited nice. We're at the same temperature of, right, about 275, not quite 300. Okay, so we are now, looks like an hour and a half in. We still have some serious burn time to go, and we are now just starting to taper off on our temperature. It's only probably 15 degrees cooler. So hour and a half in, nice and warm in here, but well, that's not the point. We're trying to figure out what's the better bet. All right, so we are now at 2 hours and 5 minutes, and that is pretty much just ash now. And I'm looking up here at our temperature gauge, and it is looking like, I guess I'd call that 170. So, all right, now time to get these coals going to the same temperature, and we're gonna try the cordwood at the same weight. Now I've put in the regular cordwood, but I've got the same amount of weight in there. It's the same temperature. And here we go. Let's see how long it goes to get to the same point at the same temperature. So now we are about 35 minutes into the burn. As you can see, it's going very well. And the interesting thing is it's actually increased in temperature about 25 degrees. You know, yeah, so there we go. All right, so now we're an hour in. And look at the burn. The burn's good. I would have to say, if I'm guessing, looks about the same amount of ash production. I gotta be honest, I thought that the regular old cordwood was gonna stand up better, but right now it's holding out about the same. However, the temperature is holding out better. It's still hotter in here. So here we go. Same amount of time. This is the hardwood. Now here's the deal. Check this out. This is interesting because it's a little colder than, at the same time, same weight, has the green wood. However, if I were to make one observation, those coals are a lot different than the coals of the green wood. It's this big chunks that I mean, I've had plenty of fires, and anybody that's had fires before, you know, those big chunks are gonna last a lot longer and they're gonna stay hot longer. So that's interesting in that it's not as hot now as the green wood was at the same exact time, but I know those coals are gonna last much longer. So, well, I will sum up. Okay, a word on the Green Heat product before I give you my final opinion / verdict. First of all, they come in 38-pound packages, which is pretty nice, but when we bought ours, we were getting them from the Rural King store here at $5 per. Now, here's the thing. I found out that just a week before that, they had them on sale for $4 per. Well, that really weighs in when you consider having to buy, well, several hundred pounds of it. So that does affect my opinion. Now, all in all, I initially, I went into this experiment with an open mind thinking, I'm gonna give it fair, I'm gonna keep every test as close as I can, I'm gonna monitor the temperatures, and I'm gonna be fair. However, I did kind of in the back of my mind think this stuff is never gonna keep up with regular hardwood. And I will say, I am surprised to say, it kept up. Not only did it keep up, it probably did slightly better. Definitely on the BTUs, the burn times were almost identical. I know they advertise that it's longer here, but that's just my experience now. And it could be that I'm not keeping my stove at exactly the right oxygen and whatever, but I'm saying from my experience, the Green Heat slightly beat out regular hardwood. Now we're talking about, you know, the density of an oak. And the same weight though, I put the amount of weight of these things in as I did the cordwood. Now, all that to say, my opinion is the Green Heat is as good as the hardwood. I know, I fully expect to get shellacked in the comments, but that's just my opinion. Now, but that said, I want you to hear this. I would have been much happier with the Green Heat had I gotten them at $4 per 38 pounds. $5, that's a huge difference when you're talking about hundreds and hundreds of pounds of this stuff. That's a big savings difference that I didn't get. I'd be much happier with that had I saved that extra buck. Now, so there it is, there's my opinion. I think that it's well worth the money if you get it at the cheaper price, and we're happy with them. So if you found this video helpful to you in any way, if you don't mind, click and subscribe down below. That really helps our family out. And once again, my name is Brad for Big Family Homestead, and you have yourself an amazing day.